Elements of the communication process include the communicator, the message, encoding, decoding, the receiver, channel, medium, feedback, noise, field of experience, context, effect, and so on. These elements of communication belongs to grade 12, but some of you don't remember these basic things. That's why I keep doing this revision from grade 12 and grade 13. We have completed uh, 7 units. The eighth one we have done about half of the 8 unit, right? So we are doing these. We have more 9, 10, 11, 12, 4 units. We have to complete those 4 units plus we have to do a lot of revision, right? This A level is not a subject like O level, right? Elements of communication process include the communicator, the message, encoding, decoding, the receiver, channel low medium, feedback, noise, field of experience, context, effect, etc. In mass, now look at this question carefully. They say explain 4 elements of communication. That's that's one topic. In terms of mass communication, that's another topic, right? Elements of communication is one chapter, one topic. Mass communication is another topic. So they mix two topics and give one question. So we have to be very careful, right? You can't just write elements of communication. If you write just the elements of communication, that is wrong. You have to explain elements of communication according to the mass communication. Communication is one thing, mass communication is another thing. Mass communication belongs to communication, right? In mass communication, the communicators mean the persons who are engaged in the activity of mass communication. Usually, everyone is a communicator. You talk to your mother, you are a communicator. I talk to my students, I am a communicator. Everyone is a communicator, but in mass communication, communicators mean the persons who are engaged in the activity of mass communication. The role of the communicator can be implemented by individuals and institutions in different levels of society, right? The communication of mass communication must be a professional communicator. The communicator of mass communication must be a professional communicator. For example, a newspaper reporter is a professional communicator who must have professional knowledge of how to write for a newspaper and newspaper ethics. In the upcoming lessons, we will learn newspaper ethics, newspaper rules, newspaper regulations, media ethics, media rules and regulations. We are going to learn in the future. So, if you are a communicator in the media, you must be a professional communicator, not just a simple communicator, right? Professional communicator means if you write news for the newspaper, you must know grammar. If you write in English, you must know English grammar. You must know how to type sometimes, right? And you must know newspaper ethics. If you work for a television channel, you must know how to announce. You must do a professional course, professional diploma in announcing, right? If you if you are a producer, right? There are producers in a news agency, directors, program directors, uh, editors, right? Cameramen, all those people are describe elements of communication in terms of mass communication.
මාජීදුත් ඇවිල්ලා.
Okay, thank you. Encoding. Now we are discussing encoding. Encoding is an element of communication. but we have to describe encoding in terms of mass communication, right? Encoding takes place in every communication process, right? Interpersonal communication, group communication, public communication, mass communication. In every communication process, encoding takes place. This is easy to understand in terms of human communication. Thoughts and feelings in our minds need to be translated into messages using symbols to communicate with another person. Now I have some idea in my mind. I type it and send to the WhatsApp group. That is encoding. Then I read those things on the WhatsApp group and explain it to you. That is also encoding, right? This is now we are having a group communication, right? What is encoding in mass communication? For example, the ideas that come to the writer's mind based on the information he finds are encoded for writing for a newspaper. You are a news reporter, you find some information, you keep that information in your mind, then you write it. That is encoding. The words coming out of the radio announcer's mouth cannot pass through the microphone. Now I am also speaking through a microphone. My words don't go through the microphone. My voice is transmitted into codes, right? My voice is transmitted into codes inside this mic. Then that goes through my device. Then it goes through data connection. Then it goes through your device. Then you can listen to my voice through your speaker, right? Uh, Kalam, what model of communication describe this process?
Shannon and Weaver, no, sir.
Shannon and Weaver,
Shannon and
yes.
Weaver, yes.
Shannon and Weaver model of communication. Radio also. Now this Cirrus radio is in Ratmalan area, right? So you are in Maradana. The announcer in the Cirrus radio speaks to a microphone. Then his voice is transformed into codes. Voice is transformed into codes inside the microphone. Then that microphone, the codes go to their antenna, their main antenna, right? You can say the transmitter. Then those signals are sent to Marathon area antenna. They may be having a antenna in the Marathon area also, right? Then that signal, that those codes are transferred into your radio. Then inside your radio, those codes or those symbols are transmitted into voice. Then you hear the announcer's voice. Now also happening the same thing. My voice doesn't come through the data connection. My voice is transformed into codes. Then those codes are transformed into voice through your speaker, right? That is encoding and decoding. The words coming out of the radio announcer's mouth cannot pass through the microphone. These words become codes in the microphone. That is called encoding. Those codes go into a console through microphone. Then those codes go into the transmitter of the radio station and then the main antenna in your area. Then into your radio. That is encoding. Shannon and Weaver model of communication describes this situation very well. When you read the newspaper, you understand and interpret the message which is hidden inside letters. That is called decoding. Right? Now wait, I will show you the Shannon and Weaver model. I think you have forgot that thing. Okay, can you see the model that Shannon and Weaver model?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Yeah. Focusing on the technical process of communication in where the effect of man and machinery on the communication process is explained. Information source, that means the announcer, right? Radio announcer or television announcer. Message, that means what he or she says. Transmitter, That means the microphone, the antennas, all those things. They are main antenna. Signal. They transmit message into signal. They transmit voice into signal. Then those signals come to your area antenna, right? Your area, Maradan area antenna. Received signal through that antenna. Receiver means your radio or your television or your device. Receiver means your radio, television, your mobile phone, etc. Then that receiver gives that signal to you as the message, right? Message here, message becoming signal, encoding or decoding. Somebody answer. Message becoming signal,
Encoding.
encoding. Here, signal becoming message. That is that
Decoding.
is
Decoding.
that is decoding, right? Destination means the receive. You. Right? This is information source. The announcer in Sirius FM. This is message. What he tells to the mic. This is transmitter. That means they are technical device. They are antenna. Sirius antenna. Then message is transmitted into signal. Then signal comes to your area antenna, right? That is, then that signal comes to your radio. Receiver means your radio. Then you listen to that message as voice. Destination means you. Sometimes there are noises also, right? Environmental noise, technical, mechanical noise, right? There are noises also. The voice signals into electronic signals. Here the message is converted into broadcastable signals and is presented to the receiver. The message that consists of signs and symbols, which while traveling through media encounters a variety of noise. They can be semantic noise and channel noise. The special features of the model of communication are: this is a linear model. This is not a two-way model. This is a linear model. For the first time, noise is introduced as a barrier that affects the communication process. Number three, feedback is not mentioned. Number four, the activities of transmission and reception are elaborated. Transmission means transmitting voice into signal, again transmitting signal into voice. Reception means receiving to the radio or to the television. The communication process is perceived from a technological perspective. Features means these things. There are some key features in this model of communication. They are information source, message, transmitter, signal, noise, receiver, destination. Seven features, right? So you can give, as I told you in examples, information source. If you take a radio program, what is the information source? Kalam?
Audio.
No, information source is the announcer, right?
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
In this model, information source means the announcer, radio announcer or television announcer. What is message? Message means the things he tells using your voice. Message means the things he tells using his voice. Understood?
Yeah, sir. The information. No, sir.
What is transmitter? Okay,
Transmitter.
transmitter means transmitting. That means changing. Hussein is there. Transmitting means changing, right? Now I am.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Listen. I am talking to my mic. That is transmitting. Transmitting my voice into signal. Transmitting my voice into codes. Transmitting my voice into signal. Changing my voice into signal. Understood? Okay, we are going to the lesson. Right. I wanted to describe these things, right? Signal you can understand, right? Signal means the codes. Signal means the codes. Noise. What is noise? Kalam?
The disturbance.
Noise.
Disturbances. Semantic noise or environmental noise
Mechanical noise.
or mechanical noise.
Mechanical.
Receiver. In this model of communication, receiver means the
Receiving the
radio,
message.
television, or any other device. Kalam, what is receiver?
Um,
The radio device.
Radio, television, or any other device.
Device.
Receiver means listener, right? Usually, radio media,
How?
receiver means listener. Newspaper media, receiver means reader. Books media, receiver means reader. Television media, receiver means viewer. Cinema media, receiver means viewer. But in this Shannon and Weaver model, receiver means a device. Destination is the listener. Understood? Explain 4 methods that can help group communication. You in your syllabus, you only have these points. These points you have in the syllabus, in the PDF I sent you. But sometimes they may tell you to describe this thing. Then the students get panicked. What do? They just write the points and leave. Here they say explain 4 methods, right? That means 4 marks for the points, 6 marks for the description, right? So you get only 4 marks. If you only write 4 facts, you get only 4 marks. You lose 6 marks. Sometimes they may give 2 marks for the points. That means half mark for each point, and other 8 marks for the description. So you have to describe these things. You don't remember these things at once. You get 5 main questions in the essay paper, essay type paper. You get 5 main questions. Each question has 4 parts, right? Each question has 4 parts. That means altogether 4 by 5, 20 questions. You have to write answers for 20 questions in the essay paper, right? One question gets 36 minutes. So you have to be very careful. Only 36 minutes, right? Now I started the class at 10 o'clock. Now 36 minutes have passed. See, time travels, time flies. So you have to be very careful about time management. You know a lot of facts. You can study all the PDF I sent you. You can listen to all my lessons. You can watch all my YouTube videos. But still, you must have the practice to write answers for questions. One essay type question has 36 minutes, right? 4 questions. One question has 4 parts. Then 4 essay type question has 36 minutes. 9 minutes for one question. 9 minutes for one answer, right? Now I discuss this. You can see from here to here. You have only 9 minutes. You can copyright this within 9 minutes. But can you remember this and write? It's very difficult. You have to remember this, recall this in the exam. Right? Try to do this. Everyone try to do this today. Study this first of all, then write this within 9 minutes. Then you will understand you can't complete this within 9 minutes at the first time. And you will understand you will miss some points here. Now you have to write all these points within 9 minutes, right? It's very difficult. This is the most difficult part in the exam. Remembering and writing. You are not copywriting in the exam. So please start studying from today. Study means remember and write it. Remember and write it. Okay? Time management. This question also you have 9 minutes. Here from here to here. Some methods that can help. Now, when they give you a question, you can start the answer from the question. Now, here, explain 4 methods that can help group communication. That is the question. Here's the answer. Some methods that can help group communication are listed below. See, I took words from this question. I started my answer from this question, right? That can help, that can help. Group communication. Methods, right? So you should be careful. You should be talented enough to start the answer from the question. Then you write points. They have asked only 4 points, but I have given more points. So you just have to write only 4, right? Prior preparation. Number 2, having an aim. Number 3, using lighthouse technique. Time management. Number 5, using nonverbal communication methods. Number 6, using a variety of technological devices. Number 7, using attractive speech style. Number 8, receiver centered communication. Number 9, being sensitive to the receiver's feedback. Number 10, being courteous. Number 11, being responsible and accountable. Now we will discuss only 4 of that, right? Prior preparation means doing your research before starting the group communication. Make sure you have all the facts ahead of time. That means if you start the group communication at 10 a.m., before 10 a.m., you must have all the facts. Now, before starting this class, I was preparing these notes, right? Prior preparation. Research alternatives and resources so you have all your ducks in a row and come off as professional and prepared. Get your ducks in a row, right? That's an idiom. Get your ducks in a row means make all the preparations need to do something, get everybody organized, and come off as professional and prepared. This can also save you from having to schedule additional meetings. Now, I must be able to complete these revision questions before 11 o'clock, 11 a.m., right? If not, I will have to prepare additional classes for this, additional meetings. Therefore, I should be able to manage the time in group communication. Number 2, there should be an aim in group communication. Families, friendship circles, work teams, committees, and sports teams are all examples of groups. The purpose of group communication can be exchanging information in order to make decisions, resolving confusion, building rapport, and getting closer to the attaining the business goal. So these are the aims in this group communication. Now we are talking in this group, this 13 yards Google Classroom. This group communications aim is getting an A for media. We must select the specific goals or aims of the group communication. Number 3, using lighthouse technique. Right? Listen carefully. You may have seen a lighthouse. How does the light in the lighthouse moves from where to where?
That means,
Have you seen the lighthouse?
yes, sir, in the ball face.
How does the light move?
Light move around.
Yeah. Sometimes maybe 360 degree.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes maybe 180 degrees. Right? Lighthouse. The light of the lighthouse moves like that. When you are in a group communication, you must move your eyes also like the light of the lighthouse, right? Now when I look at my group, Majid is on my left hand side, Aflal is on my right hand side, Kalam is in the middle, Masen and Sauda also in the middle. So I am if you turn on your camera, I must look at all of you to make sure that you are paying attention, right? From Majid to Kalam, then Kalam to Aflal, Aflal to Masen, Masen to South, right? I keep moving my eyes from left hand side to right hand side, again right hand side to left hand side. That is called lighthouse technique. So you can have a very good group communication if you use this lighthouse technique. During the presentation, you should try to establish eye contact with each and every member of your audience as you can. Sweep your gaze gently around the room. Sweep means, you know, this broom, where you use the broom to sweep the classroom. Left hand side to right hand side. Again, right hand side to left hand side. Gaze means the way we look. Gaze means the look, right? You use your look as a sweeper, as a broomer, right? Gently around the room, just like the lighthouse. A good recommendation is to try and hold your gaze fixed in specific direction for 5 or 6 seconds. If you are talking to a group, look at one member for 5 or 6 seconds. When you change your gaze, a slight smile will convince each person caught in your vista that they have been the focus of your attention and your words are meant specially for them, right? You look at one person 5 or 6 seconds, then smile, right? If not, that person may think that you are staring at them, right? So this is a good technique, lighthouse technique you can use in group communication. Number 4, time management. Time management is the process of organizing and planning how to divide your time between specific activities. Good time management enables you to work smarter, not harder, right? Work smart, don't work hard, so that you get more done in less time, even when time is tight and pressures are high, right? Time is tight means you have to speak a lot of things, but you have only 1 hour. Time is tight. Pressure is high. That means students are waiting for you to complete the lesson before 11 o'clock. So the pressure is high. If you manage your time, you don't find any difficulties when the time is tight and pressure is high. How to manage time in group communication? Decide on your talking time. You have to decide, okay, how far am I going to talk? 1 hour, 30 minutes, 5 minutes. You have to decide. You can't keep to time unless you know beforehand how long you should be talking. That means you can't manage your time if you don't know how long you are going to talk. I am going to talk 1 hour. For 1 minute, how many words can I speak? How many words do I have to deliver in this lecture? So we have to decide that. Then only we can manage the time, right? Find out how long it takes to deliver your material. Your material means your lecture, right? Write a timed schedule for your presentation. Have a clock or timekeeper. Tell someone to remind you at 11 o'clock, or uh, set some alarm. Start on time. Be ready to adapt. Adapt means change, right? If some problem occurs, right? If you get late to go to the lecture, right? If your mic is broken, it may take 5 to 10 minutes to find a new mic or repair that. It will take some time. So you should be ready to adapt according to the time. Okay, I hope you understand those questions. If you always forget these things, write it somewhere on your wall, inside your bedroom, inside your bathroom, or anywhere. Write these things. Types of communication: intrapersonal communication, interpersonal communication, group communication, public communication, mass communication, virtual communication. This is the importance of revision, right? Now we are discussing these all lessons, but some of you don't remember these things, right? So you have to attend all the revision classes. Then only you can remember these things. This is intrapersonal communication. I will discuss it later. We were in the group communication, right? This is interpersonal communication. We are discussing this number three, group communication. A few individuals or a group gathered together with a common aim and engaging in communication is identified as group communication, right? A group consists of a few individuals. Mute your mics. Masen, mute your mic. I will have to remove you if you don't mute your mic, Masen. Masen, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello.
Masen, mute your mic.
Masain.
If I hear any sound, I will remove you from the class. I don't care about your right. Where were we? A group consists of a few individuals. The group has limited membership, right? Public communication has about 1,000 people sometimes in a political rally, but the group has limited membership, about 40 people, 20 people, 10 people. In the group, there is the possibility to engage easily with each other in communication. There isn't the closeness that you observe in interpersonal communication or the distance that you observe in mass communication, right? Now, as I told you, now we are having a group communication. This Southeast Google Classroom means what communication?
Group communication.
Group communication. Now you are closer to me. Kalam, Majid, Saud, Aflal, all of you can ask questions from me, closer to me. But there are five people here now. You four and me. Five people. Right? So if South is talking to Kalam, you South take a phone call and talk to Kalam. That is interpersonal communication. Right? There are only two persons. So what is more close? Interpersonal communication or group communication?
Group communication.
No, closeness. Closeness between sender and receiver. Interpersonal communication or group?
Interpersonal.
Interpersonal communication. Right? Uh, that means that when South is talking to Kalam, only South and Kalam are there. So South is the sender, Kalam is the receiver. Right? There is a closeness. But here, there are five people. Everyone can be the sender, everyone can be the receiver. So it is not group communication, we can't find closeness as the interpersonal communication. Now, another example, group communication and mass communication. What is more close to you?
Group communication.
Group communication. Because if you watch Sirasa TV, there is an announcer, live program. You don't call him, so you don't have closeness with him, right? Here you can give
Sir,
the feedback.
this case big problem.
Here, when I tell you something, you can give the feedback then and there. But in mass communication, feedback is delayed. So closeness, right? Close when comparing group communication and mass communication, there is more closeness in group communication more than mass communication. Okay, we are going to the next part. The members in the group may know each other or may not know each other. Now, in this group communication, we know each other. But if you invite one of your friends, right, you can invite your friends for this classroom if you want. So I may not know him or her, right? So members in the group may know each other or may not know each other. By methodically planning the communication context, communication could be successfully carried out. Plan it methodically. Some methods that can help group communication are listed below. These things I discussed. Prior preparation, having an aim, using nonverbal communication methods, using variety of technological devices, using counter attack strategies. Now we have a Sinhala medium syllabus and English medium syllabus. Now I am showing you the English medium syllabus. There they have mentioned counter attack strategies, right? That translation is wrong. ඔකට කියනවා ප්‍රදීපාගාර උපක්‍රමය. ප්‍රදීපාගාර උපක්‍රමය නම් in English you have to say lighthouse technique, right? Go back to your note, group communication. If you have written counter attack strategies, there you must, inside the brackets you must write lighthouse technique. Some usefulness of group communication is listed below. Helpful in carrying out common social activities. Opportunity to know diverse opinions, ideas and suggestions. Diverse opinions means in group everyone tell their opinions and ideas, right? Kalam's opinion, Majid's opinion, Saud's ideas, Aflal's ideas, right? Diverse opinions, ideas and suggestions. Number 3, opportunity is created to develop individual communication skills, right? Kalam also speaks, Majid also speaks, so you can develop your individual communication skills. Number 4, can obtain the responses and the feedback of the participants, right? You can get the responses and feedback of the participants. Has the ability to share resources and knowledge, right? You can share your resources and knowledge.
Sir, in this common features and special features, when in exam, how should we write, sir? We discussed in the
What is that?
Shannon and Weaver's model.
Special fee, they will ask a question like this. Wait, I will send you the message. Special features of Aristotle model. That is one thing. Then they will ask you common features Aristotle and Cannon Weaver model. Alam is in Maradana. Aflal is in Maradana. Common. Alam wears spectacles. Aflal doesn't wear spectacles. Special features. Now do you understand?